I'm Zoe, and usually I like to have Harley in bed for these, but as you might see in the background, um, she's not sleeping. She is still wide awake, and I'm actually secretly convinced that someone is smuggling meth or something to her, because how is she still awake? I don't know. Anyway, I'm Zoe, this is Harley, and I'm going to be talking a little bit tonight about Acer for gaming. So if you have noticed in the last week or so, I've been sharing a little bit about an upcoming event, and I thought I would talk you through it a little bit more for anyone who has any questions or is wondering what it's all about. Can I help you? It seems that someone wants to read while I talk. Yes. Are you going to be on the stream? Are you a little bat bear? Oh, nothing like a baby in a onesie. It's just too cute, little Batman. Batwoman, I suppose. Every time, eh? Every time. Like, how is she still going? I don't know. Then again, she gets a nap, and I don't. But she'll just go until she completely runs out of steam and passes out. Hello! Thank you, Harley, for saying hello. So, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Acer for gaming. So, for those who don't know, this is an event that is actually organized by Sam Wright, or as most of you know her, probably Tech Girl. And she had this passion project that she was working on. And basically, she wanted to create a gaming event, but one that was targeted at women, women gamers of all levels, experiences, all of that. So, I mean, I know some of my friends who have, played games on their phones, and then maybe they played Mario back in the day, or Ice Climber, or, some other fun game back in the day, and they haven't played anything recently on the newer consoles. Or I've got other friends who are actually hardcore gamers, and it's interesting for me, I think, because I've been a hardcore gamer since forever. I mean, I've talked before about how I've been a gamer my whole life. So the gaming part of it fits naturally for me. But I think it's always interesting for me because I've been to so many different types of events, and so often, especially tech and gaming events, even if the PR is, lovely ladies that organize these events, the population is majority male, and it's not for lack of trying. I'm sure that the organizers of these events try and get as many women in the door as they can, but it just, no matter what, ends up feeling very male dominated at any event. And even at E3, and I mean, those people have tons of money to throw at events. I've joked with other women at E3 being like, it's the only time that you can be at an expo or a convention this big and never have to queue for the ladies' room. Like, there just aren't that many women around. And so, I really think an event like this is important. So, just to backtrack a little bit. So, Sam had this idea, this passion project about essentially a girl gamer event, although I hate that term. I know some people embrace it, but I'm not a girl. Like, I don't know. She's a girl. I'm not a girl. Like, I'm a woman. I don't know. It's weird for me. Conjures up all the weird gamer girl cliches. So anyway, it's a woman gaming event in my eyes. Yes, it's a woman gaming event. Are you a woman? No, you're still a girl. And so, yes, I know you're very much awake. So it's essentially targeted at female gamers, let's put it that way, but that doesn't mean that we're going to exclude any men. It's more about saying, this is an event that's targeted at women in the same way that traditional events are typically targeted at men. Like, if you think about what most people do for a gaming event, it's obviously made with men in mind, and if women show up, that's cool. This one is obviously made with women in mind, and if men show up, that's cool. I agree, Ariel, that's exactly it. So it's that whole thing of, the more women we have in gaming who raise their daughters in gaming and all of that, the better. We want everyone to be gamers, male and female. And I just think that so many events are really, like, odd for women when they go, and, like, the drinks are all beer. Not that I don't drink beer, like, I like beer sometimes. But, it's like, oh, what do you have for the ladies? Oh, we have a cider and, like, a Bacardi Breezer or whatever, if those were still around. I don't even know if they still make those. But, those, like, silly, girly drinks, maybe. And it just, as much as I've enjoyed gaming events, they're very clearly targeted at men. So this one is meant to be targeted at other ladies. But like I say, if you feel more comfortable with your boyfriend, if you feel more comfortable with your husband, if, you're a dad with daughters and you want to bring them to the event, that is also totally awesome, and we're not going to be like, no boys allowed. And I think that's kind of the crucial difference to me. Like, there's been this whole uproar from the interwebs over... So Wonder Woman had some screenings that were just for women, and, like, the internet exploded over this. And on the site I write on for my day job, for Critical Hit, we actually had a debate about, male-only events and female-only events. And we kind of all agreed, to a certain extent, that, like, they're pretty crappy. Like, you shouldn't exclude people on the basis of their gender. But I think it is more nuanced than just that. Like, obviously I think you shouldn't exclude people, and they shouldn't, like, turn men away at the door to a Wonder Woman screening. Like, everyone should be welcomed and included and all of that. But I do also think that, there are certain populations that have felt marginalized, excluded, whatever you might call it, uncomfortable at traditional events. So it's also nice to give people a place where they can be welcomed into a community and told you do belong here, even if traditionally you haven't felt that way. So I think that that's something, that's more, in my mind, the purpose of these kind of gender-targeted events. It's the same way that, you might do a different event for new moms than you would for new dads. Like, obviously everybody's new parents, but the way that affects a mom is different from the way that affects a dad, I think. I assume. I don't know. I think that's what happened in my life. And so I think the same goes for gaming, that, there have been so many events that I've attended over the years that have been really fun and really cool and all of that, but I was the only woman, or, one of 3 women at an event. And so this way it'll be like, okay, cool, it's an event that's targeted at ladies, and, if there are 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 men, like, awesome, more power to them. Glad that they're there to support and show interest, but that the real goal of this is to include the women of gaming who maybe haven't felt as comfortable or as included or all of that. So, I don't know, and just as a side note, if you are a gamer and you know a woman in your life who also likes gaming, or who you would like to get into gaming, please feel free to share this Facebook Live, because that is what this is all about, is sharing the love and getting more people to be aware that, women, moms, even moms of hyperactive children who really should be asleep by now, we can all be gamers, and we can all be a part of this community, even if we're moms, even if we're not moms, even if we're, whatever we look like, whatever our interest in gaming, you still count as a gamer. And so the event is also there to show women that there might be different types of games for them to get into. So that's another thing, is like, the amount of times that I get asked, like, I'm into gaming. Sorry, this is my man voice, which isn't really a man voice. I'm into gaming, and I'm dating some girl, or I'm married to some woman, and she doesn't like gaming. How do I get her into gaming? So if you're curious, that's what this kind of event is going to be great for. So we're going to have a ton of systems for people to play on. So whether they've never touched a console or PC before, well, obviously everybody, I assume, has touched a PC before in a non-gaming sense, but no matter the gaming level, they can come and we'll have tons of games. So, if the ladies have never even played The Sims and want to play The Sims, they're welcome to do that. otherwise, personally, I'm really excited because we're going to have Injustice there, and apparently it's just phenomenal. So I basically will probably spend my whole time playing Injustice 2 with other women and just beating each other up all night, because that's my idea of a good time. So that is my plan. Harley, where are you going? Where are you going, my angel face? Mommy hasn't even gotten to show off her hot chocolate this time. Yes, I have hot chocolate again. I think this is my new live stream tradition, at least during winter. I don't know what I'll do in the summer. So that's kind of the point, is for all of us to get to play games, and we will also have some guys who are into the esports side of things. So we've got women hostess ladies, which sounds a bit dodgy when I say it that way. Harley, do you want to go to Daddy? I'm gonna pass you to Daddy. Yes, you get to go to Daddy. Let's see how long that lasts before she goes screaming back to me. Sorry, there we go. So what's also quite cool is, it's not just targeted at the noob gamer, if you want to call it that. We're not just looking for women who have never gamed before. This is also for women who are gamers and who maybe, spend their free time playing Call of Duty or CSGO or whatever and want to join a professional team. So we will have scouts at the event as well, who will be able to help, and we're going to have 2 esports pros at the event as well. They're 2 of the hostesses. Again, sounds kind of dodged to me when I say it this way, but the other ladies at the event who will be helping the women feel comfortable playing games. Really long way of saying it. So we've got, a bunch of gaming personalities and YouTube personalities, but we also have some esports pros who are going to be there on the night. Just showing some of the ladies how to play CSGO, or if they already know how to play at CSGO, putting them in teams together and letting them show off their skills, in the hopes that some of the sponsors we've, arranged to have on hand, on board, around, that some of the guys will be around to notice these new players, these up-and-coming potential esports pros, and possibly help them get onto teams or get sponsorships and go pro. So that is the goal, so whether you have never gamed before, whether you're a casual gamer, whether you're a hardcore gamer and looking to go pro, there's something for everyone at Acer for Gaming. And it really, really sounds cool. We've got some amazing sponsors on board. So Acer, obviously, Acer for Gaming, have come on board in a big way, and we're going to have tons of high-powered PCs for the ladies to play their CSGO on. Also, Xbox will be there, so Xbox, is giving us plenty of units to play with, so that those who prefer console gaming can also do their thing, play some Injustice, beat each other up with a controller, do the button mashing thing, because that's what I do, and it works like a charm. Don't let anyone tell you that button mashing doesn't work, because it does. I also might be doing a bit of a crossover thing as much as I can. I'm keen to plug that Xbox controller into a PC and have the best of both worlds, because I like playing games with a controller in my hand. I definitely prefer that to mouse and keyboard. But this way I can play games on a controller but on a PC. So that's my plan. But I think, this is also just kind of meant to be a casual event that hopefully women will feel comfortable at. So that's kind of the big takeaway, I hope, from the event, is that, gaming is for everyone. And as much as it can feel like, it's targeted at one gender or another, and as much as it can feel like, what's the point, or all of that with these gender-focused events. I think the point should be clear. We all want to feel welcomed in gaming. We all want to feel like a part of the community. And this will hopefully make some of the ladies who've been a bit shy to come to events, or who don't really, Do you need a hand there, Harley? Daddy will help you now. He's gonna put you in the jumper. Oh, my angel. There you go. In the jumper. There you go. I don't know how she still fits in that thing. So I think this is the takeaway from it is that, gaming is for everyone and we are a big community and an open community and that, we have more women in our ranks than a lot of people realize. So hopefully by gathering 120 ladies who are interested in gaming together in one place, we kind of realize our numbers. It's kind of like what Rage does for me every year. So, for those who don't know, Rage is like one of the biggest gaming expos, or the biggest gaming expo in South Africa, and every year it is so full that you like can't breathe, can't move, can't walk. It's just packed, and it's always so fulfilling for me to realize, there are more of us than we sometimes think. Like sometimes you feel like, oh, gaming is such a niche interest or it's such a small community. And actually, there's a ton of gamers in this country. And so hopefully events like these will help people realize like there's actually a ton of lady gamers in this country and a ton of women who want to go out for a night and play games and go home with a cool goodie bag and just have a good time out in a gaming centric environment. So I think the more we realize that we aren't the few, the proud type thing, we're the many, the proud, the more we kind of can recognize like, okay, women are important in this industry and we can help each other grow and we can lift each other up and all of that. So that's at least my hope for the event. I'm just debating if I should bring Harley, to be honest. Like, that was my original plan, because obviously I'm one of the mom gaming personalities. Like, obviously Sam has us there as, like, the YouTube people and the gamers and, the hardcore gamers and, like, the esports game ladies. And then I'm there as kind of all of the above. I'm a hardcore gamer, but I'm also a mom, and I also play casually and, hardcore games and everything in between. So I thought like, oh, well, I'll bring Harley, because the whole point is, look, you can play games with a child. But I don't know. I mean, look how busy she is. What if she's like this on the night? How am I going to even get to play any games? Totally should just leave her at home with Dean, right? Right? Votes for that? I don't know. What is it, my angel? Is it not cooperating? Wee! There you go. But I do think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also really, really pleased with the interest that was shown. So we put the tickets up on sale, and it sold out in less than 12 hours. So well done. I'm really excited. It's just so cool, and it shows that there's such an interest and such a hunger for this kind of thing. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. For those who don't know, it is next week, Wednesday the 7th, and it is at the Nexus. So normally I would be going live from home at that time, but what I might try and do is see if I can get decent signal or even jump on the Nexus Wi-Fi, if there is Wi-Fi. I have no idea. We'll find out. And do my Facebook Live from there. So you can all see me live, usual day, usual time, but I'll show you around the event and you can tell me what you think, because I think that's the other thing is often people get this sense of like, ooh, an exclusive event just for these people. Like, what's that mean? And is this like ethical, or they start wondering like what the purpose is and if it's dodgy or whatever. So I can show you behind the scenes hopefully next week. At least that's my plan. We'll see if that happens. That's the goal. So I think that's kind of the whole idea, is that we'll get a whole bunch of ladies together, we'll play a bunch of games, we'll affirm each other's existence, and then we'll go home with awesome goodie bags and presents and stuff. Sounds like fun to me. Yes? Can I help you, Harley? Do you need some help? Can you spin? Can you spin? Are you trying to get out? Are you trying to get out, my angel? What are you doing? I have no idea what she's doing. Obviously, she's playing or something. Anyway, so I think that's pretty much it. I hope all of you guys understand the idea of Acer for Gaming a bit more. Understand what we're going to be doing next week, and understand that it's not an exclusionary event. It's not like, oh, this is for women and screw anyone else. This is more of like, we think this is going to be the type of event that women will enjoy. If you feel most comfortable out of the house with your boyfriend slash husband slash father slash whoever male companion you might have, then go for it. It's not to say you can't do that, but it's more just to be like, yay for an event that's targeted at women. We hope that everybody enjoys it, and hopefully it's a really, really fun time and a really fun night, and then we can just do lots and lots of them and have tons of women who come out and play games with us and maybe try out games they wouldn't have tried before or try out platforms they wouldn't have tried before, play on Xbox if they're other console people, play on PC if they're console gamers, and just get a sense of what's possible in gaming other than what they're used to. So that's the goal, I think, I hope. And I am gonna try and mention all the ladies who are gonna be there in my comments on the live stream once I'm not live anymore, and try and link you to all their profiles and stuff, because it's a whole bunch of really rad ladies who are gonna be there. Really cool women who kind of span the spectrum. So, we've got really hardcore gamers, more casual gamers, and everything in between. And they're just a whole bunch of women who really like games. And I think it's nice for all of us to see, that there are a lot of us who really are passionate about this hobby, passion, pastime, whatever of ours. So thank you all so much for watching, and please be sure to like this and comment and share with anyone else that you know, just because the more we spread the word and the more people are aware that this event is happening, the more people are aware that there are women in gaming, hopefully the more women will feel comfy to come to all sorts of events, and especially to these kinds of events, and I can see all of you. And if you're going to be there on Wednesday next week, please let me know. Hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you can find me, and let me know you're going to be there, and find me in the evening and say hi, so that I know that, the virtual people who live in my screen also exist in real life and can come and talk to me and say hi. So I hope you all have a fantastic night. I am going to go see if I can slip Harley some sedatives or something. I don't know. Why is she still awake? I do not understand. I wish I could sleep. I wish she would go to sleep and I could just not have to be on duty. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you again on Sunday night. We're going to be talking a more parenting-related topic, so I will see you again on Sunday night for another Facebook Live. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you all for supporting Acer for gaming and gaming for women and all of those good things.